morning. Good morning. For those of you who follow my site, you know last week we showed our new flowers that have come in. They're Hungarian made. They're not Polish pottery. They're made in Hungary. But you know, I consider them pottery adjacent. It's all the stuff is handmade in this region, and there's some wonderful products. It's like we also sell paisanki, which has its origins in the Ukraine, but they're made all over there, and people know and understand what they are. These flowers are made all around Europe, and they're beautiful. And I wanted to do a video last week, but I just didn't have time. I had these shipments that came in that sort of all converged at the same time, and it was a bit of a madhouse. And I had a couple thousand flowers, and if you can imagine, even though they're small, trying to organize them and put them somewhere and so that my life was normal was not easy. So I knew that if I did a video but I didn't have them online, it would be a problem. So I decided to prioritize getting them online. And now I'm going to take a moment, now that I have settled and everything is shipped out, I can move forward and show you a little bit of detail of these flowers because they're really magnificent. Okay, let's start with the large ones, the hibiscus. So you can see there's a color, there's different color ranges here, but this is roughly the size of the flower. So like this is, I love teal. It's my favorite color, of course. We have 3 different shades of this. So we have, this is the lightest. I think we have 3 shades. Maybe we sold out of the other one. Yeah, oh no. I think we, okay, whatever. Let's go with blue. I'll show you different blues. So there's light blue, which in certain lights, by the way, can look gray, which is fine. We've got dark, well, we've got what I call medium blue, but it's really kind of a 2-tone blue. There's that one, the dark inside. Beautiful, beautiful. And then there is the dark blue, like a royal blue. That one. They all look beautiful together. So we have these, we have shades of pink. We have 3 different shades of pink. Let's see, 1, 2, yep, we still have all 3 shades of pink. I'll show you those really quick because those are really pretty. So we have what I call light pink, which is really just sort of a solid, there's not a lot of dimension in the color. So it's very different painted. Then there's this one, which comes in, as you can see, with some dark in there, so it gives a little bit of dimension to it. And then there's this one, which adds more dark in the center. So you've got 3 different variations of pinks, 3 different with the blues. We only have 1 shade of purple. There's orange, only 1 shade of orange. The orange is really pretty. Orange, reds, whites. Orange, reds, and whites. So half the hibiscus are gone, but I got quite a bit. So we still have a good variety of colors. And you don't even have to add anything to them if you put them in. I put them in one of these vases. We have these on the website. You don't even have to add any fake greenery to these if you don't want to. You can just put them in there and maybe add a couple of leaves or something, and it's really beautiful. Unfortunately, the first thing to sell out were the leaves. The leaves are really nice. I like them. They're, hold on, they're thick. You can see them up close. And so adding those into gives it just the right amount of pop of color, even though it's got a lot of color to it, but the green just, I don't know, makes it perfect. I don't have any more leaves in, but we'll get some eventually. But you can also achieve the same effect with just some fake greenery. You don't have to use ceramic leaves. But you can see it, I think it makes a big difference. So these are the hibiscus. I'm gonna put this over here. You know what? Always a lack of space, always a lack of space. I wanted to show you also a little bit closer of the small flowers. There's also extras too, by the way. For example, I think we We might still have a bumblebee or two left. These are a little funny. These are a little wonky. They're very clearly handmade. Sometimes the eyes are cross-eyed. Sometimes they're not quite painted in. They're all unique in their own way, but they're cute. These little guys. These here, we have one left. We have this one little white princess left. These little fairies. These are precious, but this small business doesn't want to make these anymore, so I'm not sure if I can get them in the future. But I have one left on the website. They also do butterflies. So we've got a number of different colored butterflies. A few that are solid color. They're all the same shape, all the same size. Some that have two tones, some that are lighter. There's a whole bunch of different butterflies. Just a cute little accent. I think I'll leave one out because I'm going to put it in this thing I'm doing that I want to show you. We'll do that one. We also still have a few mushrooms left. And I think the mushrooms actually were done, they're spectacular. They're fantastic. They're just made really well. The painting on them is done really nice. We still have a few. I think I only have one left of the round. And then we also have ladybugs. The ladybugs. So those are the extras. We had poppies. The poppies were gorgeous. Poppies have sold out. But these are the poppies. I probably will get more of those in the future because for some reason, poppies seem to be the most popular flower in Polish pottery. Everybody loves a poppy. My husband thinks that they're weeds and he burns them out of the yard. And there's also daffodils. The daffodils are running really low. I think I have less than 10 left of the daffodils. And if you saw my yard out here, we have thousands and thousands of daffodils that are blooming. So it seems appropriate to have those. Okay, so I want to show you, first, I'm working on this little example because I want to show you what you can do. This is for my kitchen window. And so I'm going to show you how I'm putting it together. It's not done yet, and I am no decorator. So if it looks funny, I'm sure you can make it better. But let me show you first what I've done. This is just a simple little wooden box. Fits in almost any windowsill, right? And so in the bottom, I just put a little bit of styrofoam. I happen to have a lot of styrofoam around. So I just put styrofoam down there. And then I covered it with artificial ground cover like moss. You can get it on Amazon or wherever you get your your crafty supplies. Anyway, so I just use the moss and it covers up the styrofoam, okay? And then you add in your flowers. And I'm adding in the small flowers. So I'm gonna go through and show you the different flowers. And I've got to try to remember their names. This is Sophia because it's my favorite and Sophia is my granddaughter's name. These are my favorites. These are the smallest, but sometimes the best things come in small packages. I just love, it's like a traditional daisy, only they're little, right? I just love them. I think they have a lot of character. So I'm going to end up putting a lot of those in there. And teal is my favorite. I also like the light blues. I like the pinks with the dimension and darkness to them. Whites are nice. Let's put you in here. Keep going. Okay, next is, I think I called these Kate. These are also really sweet. I think the purples are almost out in this one. And we've also sold out of the white. These are the second smallest. Totally different leaf design though, right? So let's see. Let's put a purple one there. Blue over here. And maybe a yellow, because I want a yellow over here. Okay. And then we've got, see, I had Jane and Kate. Then maybe these were the Janes. These were also just as small as the Sophias. So these are just as small as the Sophias, but these again, different shaped flower. Let me show you a few different ones. Right? So we'll put a few of those in there. Put the pink back here. And, oh, you know what? I was going to do something. Oh, okay. Well, I'll figure that out in a minute. All right. So let me show you the next one. The next one is the Clara. The Clara is the most popular, and there's not a whole lot of the Claras left. but we've got purples, pinks, light blue, which can look like purple. Oh, there's a teal left. So those are the Clara. Super cute, and the most popular ones from my store anyway. And you know, we'll put okay, those two can go back. This is the Anna. It's sort of like the Clara, just smaller. They're petite, super petite, super cute, right? Look at them. They're just happy. All right. I'll put a few of those in there, but I don't want to put any more yet. These, I've already forgotten the name of. Olivia. Is it Olivia? Yeah, they might be Olivia. I've already forgotten. I should pull it up. Let's put this one back because I pulled two of that one and this one. So that's those. Beautiful, beautiful painting on the colorings, I think. And then the last one, which this might actually be the Olivia. I don't know. I like these. So these are right up there in size with the Clara, a little bit larger. Definitely a different look with the leaf, right? So those are all the small versions of flowers. And so what I'm doing is I'm just sort of putting things in here, but what I wanted to show you is you can add stuff. So I also have more fake leafing. So I'm gonna put these, I'll show you this when I'm done because I realize you probably can't see it with that there. I should have done this before I added the flowers. You can stick them right through there and it holds them down. There, put one on that side, and then we'll do maybe one more on this side. And I'll probably play around with this later. I just wanted to show you really quickly sort of how this works. So you see there's leaves in the bottom, and I'm gonna end up filling it with a whole bunch more leaves. But one of the things that's really important for you to know about these flowers is you're probably looking at it thinking, oh, well, it's great if you're looking down, but you can't really see it from the side. So the great thing about these is all of these here, it's bendable, okay? So you can bend them back. And honestly, when I ship them, a lot of them I have to bend in order to ship them safely. I don't have boxes that are long enough. So they're meant to bend, but each one of these, you can sort of bend towards you. Some you can leave standing. We're gonna bend them like they're following the sun, right? Uh-oh. Why aren't you in there? And down my little Clara, this little guy, and this one. And again, it's important to add a lot of stuff in between. I also pulled a few rocks from my yard, because one of the things that can help weigh the thing down, let's get this little pink guy bending forward just a little bit. Again, I am no decorator. I just do what I think looks cute, and that's that. Keep going. So then, hold on. I also got, I don't know if these will work or look nice or not, but these are sort of like little baby's breath, and you can tuck them in to sort of fill in some of the space with your flowers, especially if you want a little bit of white. This one, All right. So you can sort of see, I'm gonna move you over here. So you can sort of see where I'm going. And so from the front, maybe I could bend them a little bit more towards you. I don't know how well you can see them on the back. But I'm gonna guess that you can sort of see where I'm going with this. So now as you're looking at it from the front, you can sort of get an idea of the flowers. You can make it as elaborate as you want, as crazy as you want, and you can make it even smaller if you want something for your coworker's desk as a gift, or if you're making something for your mom's kitchen window for Mother's Day. I think it would be really pretty, but obviously you need to do a better job than I did, but this is just quickly showing you what you can do. And then eventually what I'm gonna do is add little rocks in the bottom that will not only help weight everything down, because if you're using styrofoam like I am, It's a light little thing, but the rocks will look nice and it will weigh it down. And you can add all kinds of extras too. I mean, get creative. You don't have to just add this stuff. You can have, if you have your own little charms at home or your own little tchotchkes. Oh yeah, we were gonna put a butterfly in there, weren't we? Let's stick you down in there. We definitely want you seen, so we're gonna bend you forward. Oh, you're coming along. I need my daughter here. This is the kind of project you do like with your grandchild or something. But so anyway, very basic, very basic. I'm gonna work on it and I'll show you the finished product when I'm done. But this is an example of how cute this is. They don't fade, they're not gonna break, they can wash off if they get dusty. And you put it in your kitchen window, they never fade, never die, it's forever flowers. So I love them. I'm not sure if I'm going to always carry them just because my focus is pottery. I do sometimes get caught up and with the new shiny thing, but I have to stay focused on the pottery because I have a lot of it. I'm going to be working today on putting a bunch of things in clearance. In fact, I got to shoot a video about that, and we will talk about what I'm doing with that. I am traveling next month, which that's always fun. So there's a lot to do before I head out. I will let everybody know what's going on with that. And anyway, all of these are on the website now. Buy them individually. Each listing shows you, if you go and look at the Annas, it will show you every single color. If it's sold out, it will say sold out. But there are still hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of flowers left. So get creative and show me, send me pictures of what you create with them because I would love to see. That's it for now. Okay, bye.